soon as you come over the bridge, you were welcomed. They said, where you going?
Chatted to people,
and
yeah.
they said, well, we're going to buy, looking at Hampstall to buy it. And they was all out looking at the kids. They actually looked after the kids while we got on the boat and looked round it.
Yeah, they were immediately sort of informative and helpful and telling us all the ins and outs and what to do and not do and what to avoid and who to avoid. And
what challenges do you have living in a house that you don't have when you're living on the water? If there are any.
I don't think there are
But
any.
you have to maintain a house.
Yes, I think the cost can be a lot higher living in a house. That would be the main thing, the cost of it.
You know.
But then there's our costs living in a boat as well.
We have to get the bottom done about every 8 or 9 years, painted and cleaned, and if any welding needs doing, has to get that done.
And the money you pay out for the mooring and a cruising licence, you don't get, that is gone, that's money gone. You don't get anything for it really, except the privilege of living there. Maybe there's perhaps a bit more manual work to be done living on a boat. There's more taking the toilet down to be emptied and things like that you wouldn't have in a house. That's about the most onerous thing, isn't it?
There's a lot of chopping of wood that I used to do when I was younger, and carrying of coal down the mooring there was another task that wasn't much enjoyed when I was younger, but I suppose it makes you strong, doesn't it? Growing up that way. But no, there's nothing I wouldn't go back and change it. So.
I would probably say I prefer living in a house. One of the things that, probably more as I got older, I didn't like being different. So actually for me, as much as I enjoyed living on a boat, I also wanted stairs and living, having a normal existence rather than people always saying, oh, wow, what's it like? Do you get running? How do you get water? Or silly things like, where's the toilet? How do you use it? And as I've always, since we've been quite lucky where on this boat, on this moorings, is that you've got electricity, you've got running water, everything's quite normal. So I didn't like being different in that way.
So you've moved from a house back onto a boat?
I would, yeah.
So what is it that you prefer about living on the boat then?
Well, I mean, it's nice in a way. You're a bit closer to nature, aren't you? You've got more beautiful surroundings. And it's a better community. People get on with each other better than they do on a street sort of thing.
Because in a sense, because you have to walk through everyone's gardens, not you do, but you walk past everyone's front doors just to get down. So really, everybody, and it's a lovely community. That's the biggest thing you don't get in a house.
It's a lot more relaxed and, the way you want to live life, or the way I want to live life. I don't want next door neighbours complaining about what I do and what I don't do, and we don't get none of that down there because everyone knows everybody else and everybody looks after everybody else. And I've found that living on the water has always been like that.
I suppose people have to rely on each other a bit more because everyone needs a little help from time to time. The boat, so if there's a hurricane or a tree blew onto your boat, your neighbours would come and help you. And so you'd be a bit quicker to help your neighbours too, because you might need their help or something.
Mum and Dad used to go out without bothering to lock the door, for example, when I was quite little. There wasn't ever a need to have the door locked. There was always somebody, if you see somebody coming down the moorings, because it's a private moorings, you'd be able to sort of say, can I help you? And if they were just going for a walk or something, you say, oh, well actually the public path's on the other side. You can't get through.
Well, everyone would look after your kids. You didn't have no worry. Like it was more or less a rota that you went down to school and picked them up when they was coming out. That's all the children, and there was, what was there, about 10 at one stage, weren't there? Seven or eight, yeah. You go down and pick them all up and bring them back.
Now I've grown up a bit, I can see the benefits of living on the water, you know, especially like the community and, you know, those luxuries that come with on a boat. And a boat, really, you can swap it and change it, move it around, you know, all the insides and everything, just to be how you want it to be. You haven't got restrictions on permanent walls, on where things need to be.
This used to be the engine room. The engine came to about here. We cut all the metal away, sold the engine, and then converted it all round to make a bigger room than what it was. The inside of the boat got very tired and the floor started to go, so my son stripped it right back to the metal. We sprayed it with foam, insulated it. He's put all the tongue and grooving back in the roof and a tiled floor on it. We're just finishing off the front end now, and it'll be nearly finished then.
Do you have any funny memories or funny stories from living here? Of anyone falling into the water or?
Yeah, people fall in the water. It's quite funny when it happens.
Have you had any people fall in from being drunk?
Drunk? Yeah, I've fallen in drunk from walking down here.
How'd you get out? You just climb out or someone get in?
Yeah, well, you soon get out pretty quick because it's cold in there, you know. That's where you want to hang around.
Do you remember the story of you falling in when you were drunk?
No, not really. I was drunk at the time. Yeah.
I wondered how long it would take till this one came along. So we're going to have a second one now. You going to be on camera?
You want to go see that down the house? I think that one's gone. They tell me there's some more out here. My hip's gone. She can stand there. She's standing quite happy, but I can't. I walked with her, which I shouldn't have done. Mind you, we have burnt some things, haven't we, on fires in here? Not in this boat. No, in the other boat. I had central heating radiators all around it.
No, it'll just fall straight
Oh,
down.
it's really good.
Yes.
Now what's sitting on top?
You know they're all right once they're moving.
What do you see when you look out the window, Charlotte?
Some boats.
Some big boats going past.
We see some bin men.
Oh, at home we watch the bin men, don't we?
Yes, well, we've got a cabin in the garden, and I keep all the books that I'm selling on Amazon. So
They've all been cleaned, all the others.
rest
Tricia's
of
cleaned them and stored them. They're all listed now, as you see, they're on the web, and she sells them now.
I sell about 2 or 3 a week.
Yeah.
I mean, there's still a lot to go, but
There's 3,000 in the shed, isn't there?
yeah. Well, don't forget I've sold.
Yeah, but remember,
Sold
you've
quite
got
a
a
few.
lot of those German books. We
Oh yes, I haven't
don't
listed.
even know
Don't know how to.
what to
don't
do
know.
about them.
They're really in the old German writing because this friend had come from a German Jewish family who'd obviously come here to escape whatever, and a lot of they were able to get out of Germany with all their books and everything. So a lot of them are really lovely old German books. They're over 100 years old.
Oh yeah. There was a lot of books over 100 years old, but there's a couple out there that are of very high value, £800 plus that. I got my bikes out there and I refurbish bikes for different people.
You still currently do that?
I do that now, yeah. This is my workshop where I restore bikes and do on them. This bike here is a 1966 Royal Enfield that I built out of 3 cardboard boxes when I got it. I have an aerial leader that I restored from a rusty wreck, and I'm just finishing off a 1958 Greaves Scrambler. But I've also got a 1916 Sunbeam that was used by the French army in the First World War, because when we restored it we found a bullet hole in the tank that went right through, went through the side and out the bottom. I went to the Sunbeam Owners Club just recently and took it. It's got a sidecar with it, and they informed me that there is only 2 others, well, 2 others they know about in the world.
Do you think you'd ever see yourself moving back to a house?
I would try not to,
You try not to.
but my legs are beginning to go, so.
Well, yeah, what happened?
Basically, a big road crash I had in 73 or 74, where a Mini smashed me leg through the timing case of a Bonneville. Broke the leg. I couldn't walk on it for about 6 months. And that was why I packed up racing, because I could never get fit enough again to go. I could do ordinary racing, but I wanted to be with the big boys, Barry Sheen and all those. I missed that atmosphere. The leg was broken there, across there.
Yeah.
If you look carefully, it's goodbye. It's all there. It is all down there and up there and long.
Oh, okay.
It was just a normal break, but my knee collapsed. The cartilage went in the knee joint. And in them days, they just ripped the cartilage out and left it bone to bone. And you had to learn to walk again. So that's why I'm having a job walking around now. I use crutches and a wheelchair. That's the only thing that would move us to a house. House without stairs, a bungalow.
Yeah, but if possible, you'd prefer to
I'd sooner stay where I am.
stay here.
Yeah. We both would, wouldn't we? Don't want to move.
I don't have any craving to go back and living on land. I like it here. I do like it here. You come over the bridge and you just feel, I'm home. This is, you walk into another world really. You step out of the real world and you just walk into another world.